Oh my gosh, the opening number, it's like this old Hollywood huge opening number. Starts out simply with me and Gary brushing our teeth, and turns into this huge like number. Everything's great, everything's grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. Everything is perfect. It's falling into place. It's actually difficult to dance sitting down. I can't seem to wipe this smile off my face. Oh God, I hit my chair. Sorry. I'm gonna not do that now.
I'm Scooter. I'm the gopher. Not technically a gopher, but I'm a gopher, like, you know, go for coffee, go for tea, go for the costumes, go for, you know, the laundry, go for the dry cleaning.
Well, the plot of the film basically starts out with a character named Gary, who's played by Jason Segel, and Walter, who's played by Walter. And then there's Amy Adams, who plays Mary. And Gary and Mary are about to get married, or so Mary thinks. But Walter is kind of the third wheel, you see, because he's Gary's childhood friend. So they all decide to go to L.A., Mary hoping to get married to Gary, and Walter hoping to meet the Muppets.
Is this movie big enough for me? Darling, I make anything big enough for me. If I'm in it, it's big. The plot. That's a funny word, isn't it? Plot. Yeah. Anyhow, the plot of the movie is this. See, Kermit has to reunite with all of his friends. See, we've been apart for a long time, and we have to get back together to save the studio. Yeah, the Muppet Studio. I didn't even know we had a studio, but evidently we do, and it has to be saved.
Whoa, Amy Adams is in the Muppets film. She's bodacious.
What's the movie about? Oh, about an hour and a half.
Oh, wow, for sure.
Yeah, see what I did there?
Good one. That was a good one. How much of a fan am I? Okay, look, I've been waiting for Disney to release seasons 4 and 5 of the Muppet Show. I've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. I need seasons 4 and 5. Are you listening, Disney? Seasons 4 and 5. I have every Palisades Muppet figure. I've got all the limited editions, except I do not have the Dr. Teeth repaint tuxedo version. I need that one, please. Send it to Walter, care of the Muppets. And I also have an original print of Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, hosted by Kermit the Frog, the original one that aired on the Hallmark Channel.
It's huge. It's going to be a huge blockbuster, I hope. Yeah, well, we have lots of celebrity cameos. Well, you know, Jason Segel is in it, and he wrote the movie and is starring in it. And Amy Adams, she's great. It's been fun working with her.
Well, as it turns out, in our movie, the Muppets haven't worked together for quite some time. And it turns out that an evil oil baron named Tex Richmond, played by the wonderful Chris Cooper, who plays this very scary and serious, is going to tear down our Muppet Show theater and turn it into an oil field. But, of course, we don't want that to happen, so we go through a lot of plot stuff to make it not happen.
Yes, I believe that she is my stunt double on this. That's right, isn't it? Yeah? 3-time Oscar-nominated Amy Adams. She's doubling for me, right? Yeah. There's this frog, you see. His name's Kermit. He's a frog, he's green, there's this funny thing around his neck. Anyhow, he's a nice guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy, and he's a friend to everybody, especially to this bear. I'm a bear. Yeah, and my name's Fozzie. And I like to tell jokes among doing other things. And, yeah, he's my best friend, Kermit. And, well, Kermit's a good friend to everybody.
Chris Cooper is gnarly to the max, dude.
In a nutshell, The Muppets is about this huge Muppet fan, me, Walter, who lives with his best friend since childbirth, Gary, played by Jason Segel, and Walter gets to go on a journey with Gary and his girlfriend, Mary, played by Amy Adams, and they go to Los Angeles. Now, Mary thinks they're going because it's their vacation and Gary's going to propose to her, But Walter gets to go, and he's all excited because he's going to tour the Muppet Studios. And upon touring the Muppet Studios, he stumbles upon a plot to destroy the Muppets. And so Walter, with the help of his best friend Gary, and Mary have to find Kermit the Frog and reunite all the Muppets to put on an enormous show to raise money to save the theater from ultimate doom. And I would tell you more, but I don't want to give away the ending.
Oh, the dance numbers are fabulous. Yes, we worked with a wonderful choreographer, Michael Rooney, and they're just big, epic, old-time, old-fashioned musicals, and lots of singing and dancing, and had so much fun doing it. Yeah, we did one on Hollywood Boulevard, and I think we had 200 dancers hired, and I had to call each and every one and hire them and do all their paperwork. Oh, it's just exhausting thinking about it.
We're just so thrilled that a whole generation of now adults who grew up with us as the Muppet Show Muppets can now meet us again with their own kids. I think it's wonderful.
How would I describe Kermit? Well, besides being the love of one's life, he's a frog, he's green, and he's très, très handsome.